Hello everyone, welcome to Science Express. Today our topic is cell organelles. We know that cells are the basic structural and functional unit of life. Okay. Cells can be divided into two major compartments. One is the cytoplasm, another one is called nucleus. Cytoplasm is the part of cell located outside the nucleus, and cytoplasm contain organelles and inclusion in an aqueous gel called the cytoplasmic matrix. This one is called nucleus and outer portion is called totally cytoplasm, and nucleus and cytoplasm total is called protoplasm. Okay. Now let's discuss about the cell organelles. Organelles are described as a membranous cell organelle and another one is called non-membranous organelles. Organelles are those substances which are distributed outside the nucleus and which are actually scattered in the cytoplasm. Okay. Actually organelles are function together, so cell are function. Clear? Cell organelles are divided into two major parts. One is membranous cell organelle and another one is non-membranous cell organelle. Membranous cell organelles include the plasma membrane and that separate the internal environment of the organelle from the cytoplasm. And in case of non-membranous organelles, it is without plasma membrane. Now discuss about the membranous organelles. The first one is plasma membrane. Cell membrane is mainly composed of lipid and protein. The major component of lipid are phospholipids that are arranged in a bilayer. Look at here, that is a structure of lipid molecule. That portion is called, rounded portion is called lipid head and that portion is called lipid tail. So head portion is called hydrophilic in nature, and tail portion is hydrophobic in nature. Okay. The head portion is water loving and tail portion is water hating. So lipids are arranged within the membrane with the polar head toward the outer side and hydrophobic tail toward the inner part of the membrane. Look at here, that is the cell membrane. So this portion is lipid head and this also lipid head and lipid tail present inner side of the membrane. That portion is also aqueous medium and inner portion is also aqueous medium. So water hating substance like lipid tail are present in this middle portion of the membrane. Now in addition to phospholipid membrane also contain cholesterol molecule. The ratio of protein and lipid varies considerably in different cell types. In case of example erythrocytes, the percentage near about 52% protein and 40% is the lipid, and another portion is glycolipid and glycoprotein, also those are present in the cell membrane. Membrane protein are two types. One is called integral protein, another one is called peripheral protein. They are divided according to how protein are extracted from the membrane. If the membrane protein are partially or totally buried in the membrane, so extraction is not possible easily, that protein is called integral protein, and if the protein lie on the surface of the membrane, that protein is called peripheral protein. Now cell membrane was proposed by the two scientists mainly, Singer and Nicholson, in the year of 1972. Year must be noted, and widely accepted their model name of the model is fluid mosaic model. Fluid mosaic model means the lipid molecule, they can interchange themselves both side by side and also up and down. Now the middle portion, the marking portion is, that one is the cell protein, cell membrane protein, and that one is cell lipid, and this one is glycolipid or glycoprotein. So this type of protein is buried in the membrane, and that protein also present outer surface of the cell membrane, or that also the outer surface of the membrane. That type of protein is called peripheral membrane protein, and that one is called integral membrane protein. Now discuss about the cell membrane. Function of cell membrane: provide protection and maintaining the shape of the cell, the major function of the cell membrane, and it also acts as a selectively permeable membrane by allowing the entry of only selected substance into the cell. If the molecule is large but the pore is very small, so the membrane can adjust for the large molecule, so the molecule can enter through the cell membrane toward the cell. Now if the molecule is too small but the molecule is toxic for the cell, so membrane cannot allow the molecule to enter to the cell. So the nature is cell membrane is selectively permeable. Next one is regulating cell growth through exocytosis and endocytosis. Now discuss about the cell wall. Cell wall is a non-living rigid structure outer to the cell membrane in a plant cell. Cell wall also contain several substances like cellulose, galactans and mannans, but the composition is different cell to cell. The cell membrane present plant cell and also animal cell, but the cell wall only present in the plant cell, and also other cell like bacterial cell, fungus cell and algal cell also contain cell wall, but their composition is different. In case of bacterial cell, the component is cell wall is the peptidoglycan. In case of fungus cell, the component is chitin. In case of plant cell, the component is cellulose. Okay. In case of algal cell, the component is cellulose, galactans and mannans. Other plants have cell wall, cellulose, semicellulose and pectins and protein. Primary cell wall and middle lamella are traversed by plasmodesmata that connect the cytoplasm of the adjacent cell. Now discuss about the plasmodesmata. It is an intracellular connection between the cell. So cell membrane by nature is a non-living structure. So how the molecule can transfer from one cell to another cell, the junction is called plasmodesmata. It is a intracellular junction. Okay. Now here we can see that it is a typical example of plant cell. In case of plant cell, the major portion, near about 80% portion is covered by the vacuole, and it also contains cell sap and cell extracellular organelle which are present in the plant cell. That one is called chloroplast or called plastid, and other organelle like the mitochondria, Golgi body, lysosome, all are same in case of plant cell and also animal cell. Now discuss about the function of cell wall: protecting the cell against physical damage and including pathogens, providing strength, structural support and maintaining the shape of the cell. It is an outer covering above the cell membrane, so it protects the cell membrane also from the damage. Now discuss about the nucleus. Nucleus is called brain of the cell, and it maintains all the activity in or other cell organelles in the cell. Robert Brown first described the nucleus as a cell organelle in the year of 1831, but the scientist later Fleming gave the name chromatin to the material of the nucleus stained by the basic dye. Clear? So the material one is chromatin, that is nature is acidic, so it is stained by the basic dye. Okay. The later we know that the chromatin material is known as a nucleic acid, that is DNA and RNA. The human erythrocytes and sieve tube, that is a part of the phloem cell, and also the angiosperm have a no nucleus. But in case of during the orogenic time, the erythrocytes with nucleus, but after the maturation the nucleus is vanished from the cell due to the functional purpose. Okay. Now discuss about the different parts of the nucleus. First one is nuclear membrane, second one is called chromatin network or chromatin fiber, next one nucleolus, and another one is called nucleoplasm. Nuclear membrane, it is a pore membrane or nucleopore present in the nuclear membrane which transport several things when the molecule or several things are try to enter into the nucleus and out from the nucleus. The pore is very essential, nuclear membrane pore. Next one is chromatin network, that is called chromatin fiber. After the condensation, the chromatin network is formed chromosome like structure. And the next one is nucleolus, and where nucleolus present, outside portion is called nucleoplasm. Next cell organelle is endoplasmic reticulum. The endoplasmic reticulum was first noticed independently by the Porter and Thomson, but named by the scientist Porter in the year of 1953. It is a network of tiny tubule structures scattered in the cytoplasm around the nucleus. Endoplasmic reticulum extended from the nuclear envelope to the plasma membrane. Okay, so endoplasmic reticulum is originated in the outer membrane of the nucleus. Clear? Now discuss about the ultrastructure of endoplasmic reticulum. It three component: cisternae, tubules and vesicles. Cisternae, it is a long flat-ended parallel sac-like interconnected structure like this. It is an interconnected like structure. And tubules, they are branched or maybe unbranched structure. Vesicles, they are oval, membrane bound vacuolar structure. Endoplasmic reticulum are mainly two types according to present or absent of ribosome. If the ribosome is present, so the surface is roughed, so that name is called rough endoplasmic reticulum. Actually, ribosome are attached to the riboforin protein which are mainly present in the endoplasmic reticulum. In the site of protein synthesis, main function, that is the endoplasmic reticulum, and the newly synthesized protein which are synthesized in the endoplasmic reticulum. The occurrence is the pancreatic cell and a liver cell. Next one, if the ribosome is not present, so there is no chance of protein synthesis, and no ribosome present, so surface is smooth, so it is named smooth surfaced endoplasmic reticulum or ACR. A region of endoplasmic reticulum involved in a lipid or steroid synthesis. Clear? Now, occurrence adipose cell, interstitial cell and spermatocytes, also leukocytes. And here occurrence is in case of rough endoplasmic reticulum, pancreatic cell and a liver cell. Next cell organelle, Golgi apparatus. Golgi complex was named by the scientist Camillo Golgi in the year of 1898, who recognized the organelles in the nerve cell of the barn owl. In case of plant cell, the Golgi apparatus is called dictyosome, and it is a membranous organelle composed of a multiple flattened cisternae responsible for modifying, storing and packaging. That one is the main function of Golgi apparatus or called Golgi complex. Clear? Discuss about the ultrastructure of Golgi complex. It is mainly four parts: cisternae, tubules, vesicles and Golgian vesicles or called Golgian vacuoles. Cisternae, they have a distinct convex cis face or forming face and the facing nucleus, and another one is called concave, that is called transface or maturing face, facing the outer surface of the cell. Tubular, it is a small flat interconnected structure. Vesicles, they are large sac present at the edge of the cisternae in a cluster. And fourth one, Golgian vacuoles, they are large spherical vacuole produced at a maturing phase. In this picture, we can elaborate the term. That portion is called cis phase, that portion is called trans phase. Cis phase is forming phase, that is called cis phase. That portion is called trans phase. Okay, trans phase is called maturing phase. This side is toward the cell membrane and this side is toward the nuclear membrane. Okay. Now, discuss about the endosome. Endosome, it is a membrane bound compartment. It is interposed with the endocytotic pathway and their major function is sorting protein delivered to them via endocytotic vesicles and redirecting them to different cellular compartment for their final distillation, like Golgi to lysosome or vacuoles. Okay. And next cell organelles is lysosome, discovered by the Christian or observed by the Christian D. Dubé in the year of 1949. That one is the single membrane bound small or vesicle like structures. Lysosome is also called suicidal bag of the cell because it contains several digestive enzymes and derivatives include the phagosome, phagolysosome, autophagosomes and autophagolysosome. Okay. Next cell organelle is the mitochondria. It is look like a sausage shaped structure. Mitochondria is a double membrane structure. Here we can see that. Okay, the outer membrane and inner membrane is folded to form a finger like structure that is called cristae. Okay, and middle portion is called the mitochondrial matrix where several enzymes are present. The main function of mitochondria is the formation of ATP, that means adenosine triphosphate, or it is called energy currency of the cell. Since they have their own protein synthesis machinery, that is called semi-autonomous organelles. That means mitochondria also carry their own DNA and it can multiply within the cell. In case of the animal cell, number of mitochondria is more than the plant cell because the animal can move from one place to another place. And organelles that provide the most of all the energy to the cell by producing adenosine triphosphate, that means ATP, in the process of oxidative phosphorylation. Clear? Now next cell organelle is the plastid that are mainly present in the plant cell, not in animal cell. It is the double membrane bound like structures and different shapes are found in the plant cell, and it also found in the euglenoids and contain pigment and storage product. There are three types of plastid present. That one is the leucoplast, that is called colorless plastid, usually found in the storage organ like tubers, fruits and ribosomes. Okay, that are the mostly not exposed to the sunlight. The main stored nutrient are, in case when the starch is stored, the name is amyloplast, and when protein it is stored, the name is called aleuroplast, and fat is stored, the name is elioplast. Okay, next one is called chromoplastin, that means color plastid. They are found in the petal of flower and skin of fruit. They attract agents for pollination and disperse of the fruits and seeds. Okay, next one is called chloroplast, that one is called green plastids. Okay, green plastids, the main function is called photosynthesis. Next our cell organelles is membrane bound one, peroxisome. Okay, membrane bound organelles including the cytoplasm of eukaryotic cells present also. Peroxisome play a key role in the oxidation of specific biomolecules and they also contribute to the biosynthesis of the membrane lipids known as a plasmalogens. That another name is the glycophospholipids. Thank you. Please do like, comment, share and subscribe Science Express.